Halloween, everybody. Trick or treat, it's the NBA. We're glad to get spooky with you tonight. Along with Greg Anthony, Clark Kellogg, and our sideline reporter David Aldridge, this is Kevin Harlan. And a wonderful surprise for all of you tonight. We're sitting along courtside with legendary Kobe Bryant. Kobe, thanks for joining us.
No, thank you, man. Thank you for letting me be a part of the team.
You're still a fan, aren't you, even though you're retired?
100%.
We'll see the Dallas Mavericks taking on the Los Angeles Lakers. Now let's send it down to David Aldridge, standing by from the sidelines. David?
Well, guys, we know how much of a trailblazer LeBron James has been. He's taken charge of his own free agency to ensure that he is almost always on a contender. He has made it clear he has no interest in being around mediocrity. Kevin?
You're right, D.A. He wants rings and nothing less. And they say the capacity for work is one of the great indicators for an NBA prospect. That motivation. Kobe, I can't believe you had a lot of trouble being motivated, knowing the way you are, the way you're wired.
Well, you just got to find what makes you tick.
Right.
Right? And sometimes it's harder for players to look internally and figure out what that is. And so as coaches or teachers or parents, it's our responsibility to find what that is in our children or players or students and bring it out of them.
Well said. Now we'll look at Dallas's starting lineup. Smith at point and Doncic next to him. Inside pairing is Dirk and Jordan. And it's Barnes in at the 3. Now here's Ball. Over Smith. Down to 5 on the shot clock. McGee, and he uses the glass on the layup. McGee's got the opening basket of the game for Los Angeles.
And you just hate to give up those second chance points.
Yeah, those are back crushers. I mean, they really crack your back when you give teams second shots like that.
That's good from Nowitzki on the assist by Jordan.
And, being Nowitzki is 7 feet tall, he's tough to guard in the post because of that size and shooting touch. You can't allow him to get that kind of positioning.
Now here's James. He picked up 18 points in their last win against Minnesota.
And even if you took away his points, he was still an offensive force because of his passing. His assist numbers were tremendous.
Here's Barnes. Following the basket by LeBron James. He had a nice open look right there. Barnes has got his first points of the night.
Like his mid-range game, Barnes incredibly lethal from the mid-range. When he's got room to shoot, he doesn't hesitate.
James, the pass to Kuzma. Off the mark there with the three-point shot. About a minute and a half through the first quarter. Basket good. Nowitzki's got his second bucket tonight. The Lakers have gone 2 for 4 from the field so far today. Ball kicks to Caldwell Pope. There's a screen. Pass to LeBron. Jordan with the rebound. The Mavericks have gotten their first 3 shots to go in for him to start off this game. They get it again. Doncic. Nope, not that time. Nothing for 2 from the field. To the paint. Oh, and they get in the way of the alley-oop. Not to be. Good play defensively. Jordan, the pass to Smith. Here's Doncic. And DeAndre Jordan throws it down.
Yeah, Jordan is aggressive as a rebounder. He uses his massive body, athleticism, and long arms to wreak havoc on the glass.
Now, here's Ball. Here's James. The offensive rebound. And he can't jam it through.
That's what we're talking about in terms of the activity level defensively. You got to protect the rim.
Textbook defense all around. Nice job at contesting the shot without fouling, and that's how you do it. Well done.
So timeout called here, the first for Los Angeles. They're coming off that win against Minnesota.
And when you shoot a high percentage from distance, that gives you momentum and really keeps the opponent on the ropes.
Yep, exactly, and it also stretches that defense out a little bit, expands the floor for you, and makes things really hard for the defenders when you space and stretch them like that.
Now here's James. Fades. Count it. And Kobe, I know you'd spend a fair amount of time watching video and scouting your opponents. How would your film study change from regular season to say, the playoffs?
I had more time to prepare in the postseason, so I can watch more film and really focus on the entire package of the team that we're facing.
Not just the guy that's defending you?
No, not just the guy that's defending me.
All of it.
But all of it,
right?
How do they play us defensively as a team? How do they play us individually? How do we need to play them as a team? How do we need to play them individually? You start looking at kind of the grand grand scheme of things. In a regular season, most of these film sessions, for me at least anyway, took place on the plane. Right, in between games. Right. So when I get to the hotel, I can rest generally.
And stolen by Kuzma. To the middle, here's McGee, and it's all evened up. McGee's got 6 points.
Tell you what, he's 3 or 4 now. Looks like his game's on offensively.
Outside Jordan. Smith with it, now guarded by Ball. Nowitzki, good.
And those are two teammates right there working in rhythm. One setting the screen and the other using it to get that separation.
Kuzma kicks to James. Kuzma with it, coming off a solid outing against Minnesota.
A little ambitious on that possession, trying to hit a shot in the face of that defensive pressure. How about the passing? They are moving the ball without any thought, without any individual agendas.
Yeah, and it's really fun to see that kind of unselfishness. Really hard not to appreciate all the assists they've racked up.
Caldwell Pope outside. Trying to answer back, but that three is off the mark. Over to the left wing. No one near Doncic as he lets it fly. Another three for Dallas.
And the story here, Kevin, early on is how well they've shot the basketball.
Very high percentage so far, and if you want to start a game hot, that's the way to do it.
Kuzma can't get it to go. Mavericks leading by 8. From deep. That's good from Doncic on the assist by Barnes. 6 points for him.
Defensively, they just look out of sync, not closing out on the threes in time.
Well, I think they're getting caught in that in-between zone, no man's land, giving up 3 straight from beyond the arc right now.
Los Angeles calls timeout.
And with the Tide running against them, needs to talk it over with his guys.
You're exactly right. Halting the other team's run momentarily. Let's see what he comes up with now, Greg.
And in front of you now is a list of the players with the highest shooting percentage last season. DeAndre Jordan is second.
Put the ball in the bucket. I mean, that's the name of the game, right? I mean, just ask him. He'll have the answer for you.
Lakers trail by 11. And here is James. McGee a screen. To the inside. And it's McGee with the jam.
And I'll tell you what, guys, I think that's the best part of James's game. And he's got a lot of good parts, but his vision is otherworldly.
And that was an unleashed chaos moment indeed. What a spectacular play. Sponsored by Under Armour Hover Havoc. Now here's Nowitzki. He had a 15-point outing in their last game against San Antonio. Here's Barnes. A second chance effort. And he was fouled on the way up. 2 free throws now for him.
And you got to appreciate the overall game of Barnes. He's efficient as a scorer and also works hard at the defensive end.
And as the focal point offensively, reading the defense, so critical to have that split-second reaction and trying to figure out where their defense is going in such a short time frame. It's amazing.
Well, that's part of the magic trick because it's already figured out, right, through film. So when I watch a game, I know what their coverages are, right? So I know
you could figure out what, and because there's so many coverages. I mean, let's face it.
But they all kind of do the same thing. Right, so when you watch the game, if I'm preparing for the Bulls or preparing for whoever, I can look and see what their defensive packages are because they can't just throw something new in there, right? Because they've been doing this defense since training camp, right? So you're generally going to see the same rotations. So now I can put guys on the floor and set up the pieces to take advantage of that rotation.
So he picks up just 1 from the line that time.
And that one gives them a +5 rebound advantage, Kevin.
Pretty clear. They're dominating that area. They've come out with a lot more energy and effort so far.
Man, you love the effort. Just getting the hand in there and knocking it out.
Really came close to the pilfer, but they'll take that effort. Mucking things up is sometimes just as good as a steal.
And the Lakers making a change here. Rondo's checked in. Nowitzki kicks to Barnes. He's looking for Jordan and finds him.
And from the opening tip, they just crushed it. You see it now on the scoreboard.
Clearly in great rhythm. They've got it going on. I mean, in a big way. Excellent job at establishing a huge lead early on.
And that one drops.
And he is really in a zone right now, playing and scoring with confidence.
Rondo against Smith. Nowitzki sets a screen for Smith. Just 4 to shoot. Launches it. That shot off the mark. And the Lakers will go the other way with it. Rondo's shot is good. Rondo's got it back down to a single-digit deficit for the Lakers. Kuzma against Smith to the paint. And there's the call on James. That is his first foul of the game. And the Lakers with some changes. Zubac is checked in for JaVale McGee. Beasley comes in for Kyle Kuzma. And Hart subbed in for Caldwell Pope. Dallas also making some changes. Dwight Powell's checked in for DeAndre Jordan. Matthews comes in for Doncic. And Barea subbed in for Dennis Smith. Matthews no good.
Just doing the job on the backboard.
They sure are. I mean, they've done a terrific job carving out space under the basket and then pursuing the ball. You know, it's one thing to box out, but you've got to pursue the ball if you're going to get rebounds. And they look strong here in the early going.
So it's the Mavericks now. And the Mavericks with possession. They're on a 14-6 run. Kobe, you love to take over a game. You're scoring everything you did. Who are the players you faced, though, who held their own against you defensively, that were always something maybe that you really enjoyed playing because you knew they were so good defensively?
Tony Allen was my all-time favorite to go against. I loved going against Tony
monster,
Allen.
huh?
He was a man. Well, he didn't ask for any help ever. It wasn't like, I'm going to send Kobe down here and come for the trap. He wasn't asking for help. He's like, no, me and you. No matter how many times I hit him, no matter how many times I scored him, he was still there every single time. And I loved competing against him. Raja Bell is why I love competing against Raja.
Yeah, there were some battles with you and him when you played with Phoenix.
Yeah, 'cause, I mean, there was no back down on him, right? Eric Snow, Bruce Bowen, I liked a lot. He played the game differently. He tried to frustrate you and all these things. So I was fortunate enough to go up against some really top defenders. Kawhi, I didn't get a chance to see much because it was later in my career.
That would have been a good matchup.
I would have loved it.
Now here's James. 8 points for him.
And the leadership James brings to this team is incredibly valuable. When things get tight, they look to the king to provide for them.
And some stats here, guys. The scoring breakdown for Dallas.
They've set the first half tone by getting out on the fast break and getting the defenders on their heels.
Take a break.
The other thing that's helped them early tonight are the points they've been able to convert off turnovers.
Free throw good, LeBron. Measury, he's checked in for the Mavericks. That one misses. Mavericks leading by 5. Up top, Powell. Zubac defending. Barnes can't get it to go.
No doubt it's been a bit of a struggle for him here in this quarter in terms of scoring.
Dallas has gone 3 of 5 from three-point land so far in the ballgame. Here's Powell. And again, unable to change momentum here. Down low, Rondo. Up and in on the layup. Kobe, a lot of guys would keep written notebooks on team styles, individual players. Some do it mentally. What did you do?
I used to do that too at the start, and then I started kind of looking at the lineage of coaches. I started figuring out that most of them come from the same coaching pedigree. Therefore, the defensive packages are pretty much the same.
So you studied coaches.
Well, yeah, because the defensive schematics are all the same. Like, if you look around now, how many Popovich disciples do you have?
A lot.
Right, so you're essentially playing against the same defensive strategy that you would see against a Popovich team. The same offensive philosophy that you see from a Popovich team. Right, so it's all consistent. It's all there.
And Stevenson's checked in for James. Mavericks leading by 3. Matthews passes to Measury. Back to Matthews. Barea kicks to Barnes. Powell with the screen. Just 5 on the clock. It's stolen by Rondo. Stevenson passes to Zubats. Powell pulls it in.
And as he squares up for mid-range, the defender right in his face.
Yeah, I like the fact, Greg, that he crowded the shooter there, made him uncomfortable, got into his airspace a bit. Looked like he forced the shot.
And that's out of bounds. Dallas will retain possession. Here's Matthews to end the drought, and it's good on the way in. There's a minute 34 left to play in the first quarter. Rondo kicks to Hart. There's the pick. In the corner, it's Stevenson. 5 on the clock. Beasley the screen, lets it go from the wing, and that one off the back of the rim and in.
That was an outstanding pick that gave him the room to bury the jump shot. Underrated, but not undervalued.
Barea dishes the ball. Barea kicks to Barnes. Trains the three-pointer. Barnes has got 6.
Boy, you got to respect the long-range accuracy of Barnes now. When he gets a little daylight, he's dangerous from the perimeter.
Pulls up on the elbow, and it's Stevenson missing. If they time it right, they can end this quarter with a 2-for-1.
And that's how you want to end the quarters. Assists like that have typified their effort today. Terrific ball movement.
Really a prime example of the difference in how these teams have operated offensively. Much more individual play at the other end.
Mavericks leading by 9. Shot clock and game clock separated by less than 6 seconds. And there it is for him. And that's now 7 points for Wesley Matthews.
Oh, great ball movement there.
LA's gone 0-4 from three-point land to start out. Looking cold from outside. Rondo against Barea. Now here's Rondo. He kicks it to Beasley. Shoots over Powell, and he overshot that one, missing. And so it's Dallas, holding on to an 11-point cushion as we get ready to take a break. And their three-point shooting has paved the way for them. We've got more in store for you right after this. Wesley Matthews in his 4th season with the Mavericks, talking about what attracted him to Dallas in the first place.
They showed the most faith in me. You know, they weren't scared off by the injury. They showed faith in the person that I was, the player who I was, and, you know, they saw a need for me, a championship franchise and, you know, a great city, so it was just a match.
Coming off that Achilles injury in Portland, Dallas wasn't shy offering him, Greg, that big contract.
And he's now in a contract year. We'll see if he continues to be a part of their long-term plans.
And welcome back. It's been all one-sided so far through the first quarter as our second quarter gets underway. And, guys, we've seen a confident-looking Mavericks team out there.
Through that first one, they turned this thing into a track meet.
Yeah, outworking them right now, plain and simple. I mean, they've been terrific in the open floor.
And now let's check out the lineups courtesy of Gatorade, all fueled up and ready to go. Here's the second quarter of play. So the Lakers 5 right now. We've got Wagner. Hart is out there with Rajon Rondo. Then it's Lance Stevenson, and it's Beasley in at the power forward. And so it's the Lakers with it, following the 3 from Wesley Matthews. Wagner can't hit.
+8 in the rebound differential. One more reason why they're in control.
Yeah, double-digit advantage on the scoreboard. They've taken the initiative. They've played, I think, with more purpose so far.
And we've got an update here, so let's check in with David Aldridge reporting from the sideline.
Well, of course, there's no shortage of storylines in Los Angeles. Now, last season, some people thought that Lakers coach Luke Walton had lost his players, and the front office seemed slow to come to his defense. Now, Walton was a high-profile hire from Golden State in 2016, and you wonder if the Lakers will remain committed to their young coach if they can't start winning more regularly. Kevin?
All right, David, thank you. And Kobe, while you're in the midst of playing, not much time to sit back and gain perspective. Now that you're retired, does it sink in what you accomplished in this game?
Yeah, perspective now is one thing. You know, I let myself have that and enjoy that a little bit.
I bet.
And, but when I was playing, not even a little bit. Not even a little bit.
You would never sit back and say, you know, here's my 14th consecutive All-Star game.
No.
This is really an amazing streak.
No.
Really?
No, nope. That was always the next thing.
Powell for three. Another three for Dallas.
Three-pointers are killing them at this point, and they haven't been able to respond at the other end.
Yeah, and Greg, you know, the only way that's going to turn around defensively is by stopping the outside shot, not getting into a shootout. They're not going to out-shoot out this team.
Los Angeles making a switch here. Ball's checked in. Dallas also making some changes. Doncic is checked in for Barnes, and it's Dennis Smith in for J.J. Barea. And a little under 2.5 minutes gone by here in the second quarter. Mavericks leading by 15. Outside Matthews. Powell with the screen. Another three for Dallas.
That's a dozen straight points coming off the triple.
Yeah, Greg, you know, they're having free reign from beyond the arc. The defense is just not there.
Timeout called the Lakers.
And when you take a look at that shot chart, the amount of misses lately, really unbelievable.
Yeah, a lot of blanks there. Can't hit a thing. Has to be deflating.
And the Lakers with some changes. JaVale McGee's checked in for Beasley. Kyle Kuzma comes in for Lance Stevenson. And it's Kentavious Caldwell-Pope in for Hart. And Dallas with a change here too. Jordan, he's checked in for Salah Measure. McGee a screen. Ball against Smith. It's taken away by Smith. It's 3-on-3 on the fast break. And he could not get that one to go. A lot of contact, and he'll go to the line for two.
The length and mobility of Powell is really impressive. He's a solid big guy who I think continues just to get better at both ends.
And he's got his first free throw of the game.
Two shots. Nice on the first.
That free throw, no good. And the second free throw, good. Kobe, the NBA right now is trying to spread this game worldwide, even more so by developing basketball academies. But is enough being done, in your opinion, to develop players right here in the United States?
No. You know, you shouldn't have players that can't shoot free throws.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, you shouldn't have players that can't shoot. Like, you know.
We seem to talk about that a lot.
Doesn't make any sense.
Yeah.
It doesn't make any sense. Like, at what point when you're starting out playing basketball at the age of 10, 12, does a coach not say, come here, son, let me teach you how to shoot the ball? How does that not happen? You know what I mean? And I think it's just, you know, coaches see a player that's extremely athletic. He's bigger than all the other 13-year-olds. He runs faster. He can dunk at 13. Where the coach is like, just do that because we want to win today's game. Just dominate him. Just dunk, dunk, dunk. And you wind up hurting the kid.
Right.
As opposed to taking your time to develop their game and help them be well-rounded.
Dirk Nowitzki, he's checked in for the Mavericks. And the free throw, no good. And Kobe, you talk about that skill development for young players. A lot of it would seem, falling on to AAU coaches. Huh?
Yeah, sure. I'm not a big fan of AAU in the way it's currently structured.
A lot of people aren't.
Yeah, I'm not a big fan of it at all. And I think we need to get back to teaching the game, patiently teaching the game. You're not going to learn all aspects of the game in 1 year, 2 years, but you have to have a plan and, you know, year to year, add things to your game.
You know, even though he's been on, they still are behind. I mean, there's only so much he can do.
Lobs it up for Jordan. And out of bounds as Los Angeles gains possession.
In a moment here, let's check out the numbers for Jordan. Great showing for him last season. Second in rebounding. And he ranks second in the league in field goal percentage. Able to finish with force and even a little finesse at times.
And looking back at last season, his complete dominance on the boards to rank number 2 overall. Absolutely remarkable. Now, here's ball. It's taken away by Smith. Inside. Matthews passes to Smith. Kicks to Jordan. Ball against Smith. To the wing right side. Doncic. Yes, and it's Smith with the assist that time. Smith's got 3 assists now in this one. Lakers trail by 16. Kobe, you're so decorated in every way individually and as a teammate with the 5 championships. Of all the things, the all-star games, the all-defense, all the individual things you've accomplished, what is the one thing you might cherish? And you may have alluded to it with the championships, and I don't want to put words in your mouth, but at the end of the day, is that the one thing above everything else that you covet?
No. You know, the fact that I can look in the mirror and honestly say I gave everything to the game.
And that was obvious.
But that's the thing, right? You don't want to feel like you've left anything on the table. There's no stone left unturned. I gave everything to the game that I possibly could. That, to me, is the biggest accomplishment.
What a feeling.
Yeah.
McGee a screen. Caldwell Pope passes to Wagner. Buries the long-range jumper. Wagner's got 6 here in this quarter.
And he has really come to life here after a slow start in that first quarter.
Matthews a screen on ball. Smith kicks to Nowitzki. Again, the Mavericks score.
Well, I tell you what, I like the clip he's shooting at. Extremely effective. If you're on defense now, you got to get the ball out of his hands.
They set the pick. McGee a screen on Smith. There's the lob to the hoop. Oh, a nice defensive play to disrupt the alley-oop. Another shot. Jordan the pass to Nowitzki. Smith kicks to Jordan. Goes up again, and he sinks the layup. Jordan's got 8 points.
One thing never changes in the NBA. Jordan will always be there among the top offensive rebounders in the league.
Now here is McGee. 17 points for him last game against Minnesota.
Yeah, but he was the ultimate two-way player. Defensively, also doing a great job. Couple blocks in that game as well.
And here's Smith following Lonzo Ball's 3. The pass to Nowitzki. And stolen by Kuzma. Nowitzki with the steal. Over to the wing. Again, the Mavericks score.
You know, he's always ready to shoot the basketball, Dirk Nowitzki. I mean, as soon as he catches the pass, he's locked and loaded and ready to go. Great confidence in his stroke.
Ball against Smith. Here's Kuzma. McGee trying to break free. And Kuzma gets it to go on the assist by Ball.
guys, that's just really unstoppable. He poses a ton of matchup problems for whomever he's facing.
Screen by Smith. Nowitzki with the screen on ball. That shot, no good. So Los Angeles will take it the other way. And this matchup with Dallas, it's their first meeting of the season.
And they won the season series against this club last year, but, you know, then again, so did a lot of other teams.
Hey, Greg, we got to be honest here, which is really the only way I roll. Neither of these teams are world beaters. I mean, but you've got to start somewhere. A win tonight would be a step in the right direction.
And some changes here for the Lakers. Zubac is checked in for JaVale McGee, and James subbed in for Wagner. Smith wide open. He fires. Again, the miss by Smith. Lakers trail by 16. Caldwell Pope kicks to Kuzma. And he comes up with the deuce. 11 points for LeBron.
Man, you got to respect and appreciate how polished LeBron is inside. I mean, he really excels at creating opportunities for himself close to the rim.
Now here's Nowitzki. He's got 13. Doncic, no good.
Yeah, good interior D there prevents the deuce.
And, you know, that's not easy at all. When guys get this close to the bucket, it's tough to stop the basket.
Could easily have been an and one there. James converting through the contact.
And Dallas calls their first time out of the game. They couldn't put the pieces together, losing that last matchup with San Antonio.
No other way to put it. The defense was awful, completely uninspired at that end of the floor.
And, you know, Greg, defense is a mindset, and they did not have that mentality that game. And the turnovers were a problem as well.
Barnes, he's checked in for Wesley Matthews. And stolen by Kuzma. And here we go. Fast break. Kuzma's got it. Rebound by Smith. Dallas leading by 12. Barnes passes to Nowitzki. And stolen by James. Kuzma kicks the ball. And there's the call on DeAndre Jordan. That is his first foul of the game. Rajon Rondo's checked in for the Lakers. The Mavericks also with a sub. J.J. Barea checked in for Smith. And stolen by Nowitzki. Rondo against Barea. Nowitzki and the jam by Dirk Nowitzki.
Kev, attitude is everything, and I love Nowitzki's attitude. It looks to shoot it every time, being aggressive on every catch, and I like that. Being aggressive on offense when you've got his skill set, that's a winning combination, bro.
Ball's knocked loose. Zubac. Some solid D from Nowitzki.
And they've got a big lead, not just on the scoreboard, but really in the rebounding numbers as well.
And what I like about it, Greg, it's been a physical brand of basketball. It's had a little sandpaper element to it, gritty and rough, but that's how you win games.
LeBron outside. Shot clock at 5. Here's Kuzma. No good that time. Nice D from Nowitzki. To the paint, Barnes. The Lakers with the rebound. Caldwell Pope's got 5 rebounds tonight. Kuzma kicks to Caldwell Pope. Tries from 16. Tries again. And oh boy, a lot of contact there, but he gets the call and will shoot 2. It's going to be on DeAndre Jordan.
I mean, even from over here, you could see that one pretty clearly.
No question about it, Greg. I mean, a ton of contact and a good call by the officials.
Lakers shooting their 4th and 5th attempts at the free throw line tonight.
Take a break. Take a break. 2 shots.
The free throw drops for James. Michael Beasley, he's checked in for the Lakers. Josh Hart comes in for Caldwell Pope. Then for the Mavericks, Mejri comes in for Jordan. And it's Powell in for Dirk Nowitzki. He hits both from the stripe. 1:43 left to play here in the second quarter. Barea, the pass to Mejri. Barea kicks to Barnes. Powell with the screen. Looking to get it going. And he's fouled pretty hard on that shot, but he's got the chance to pick up the points at the line. The Mavericks shooting their 5th and 6th free throws of the game.
And if we want to take a look back, they converted about 76% from the line.
2-2.
First free throw is good. So he makes 1 of 2 as the second one misses.
Yeah, nice job of drawing the contact and creating opportunities at the line.
My kind of hoops. Straight ahead, playing downhill, and physical.
Well, Kobe, I have to say it's been a real pleasure having you stop by our booth and spending some time with us for this game. Thanks again for coming by. Hope we can do it again.
We will, man. It's been a blast.
There he is, folks, the great Kobe Bryant. And you know, Clark, thinking back on Kobe's legacy to the Lakers and how great of an impact he had in that team, very few players have that kind of relationship with the franchise.
And you know, Kevin, with free agency, it's getting more and more rare for a player to spend their entire career with one team as Kobe did with the Lakers. I have a special place in my heart for those kind of guys, a one franchise superstar. And not to begrudge guys for going elsewhere and playing for multiple teams, but it does certainly make it a little more special when you see guys the ilk of Kobe play with only one team.
4 on the shot clock. Here's Barnes, and he hits it just before the shot clock expires. Barnes has got 12.
You know, this game is as much mental as physical, and the mentality of Barnes is really impressive. Calm and in control, even in pressure situations.
Barnes against LeBron. Over Barnes, and the defense really pressing up on him. Made that a tough shot. And so it's the Dallas Mavericks, 13 points up at the end of the period. And if they keep draining the threes like they've been so far, their lead is safe. And a chance now to send it over to David Aldridge, standing by courtside. David.
Thanks, Kevin. Well, Harrison, shots definitely falling in the first half. How did you guys get it going?
Just us playing off each other, trying to get to the basket, trying to work it around. When it's balanced scoring like we have tonight, everyone tries to, feed off each other.
Strength in numbers, right? Thanks, Harrison. Back to you, Kevin.
All right, Dave, thank you. And time now for the halftime break with the third quarter soon to follow right here on 2K Sports.
The 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Hello, folks. Good to have you back. Ernie Johnson with Kenny the Jet Smith and the Big Diesel, Shaquille O'Neal. Welcome to the NBA Halftime Show on 2K Sports. We saw Dirk Nowitzki up in the first half. He ended up with 15 points, 6 rebounds, and also 3 steals. Shaq, what's your take on Dallas?
The area where they impressed me the most has been on the boards. When the shot's gone up, everybody goes for it. It's just a matter of maintaining that energy, playing with that same kind of aggression in the final 2 quarters.
And Kenny, let's get your thoughts on the Lakers.
Well, the perimeter D is just too loose. I mean, there's no excuse for letting the team rain that many threes on you. And at that high a percentage, guys aren't fighting through screens. They're not staying with their shooters. They're not helping out. Just bad basketball on the defensive end. They've got to tighten it up on a high level in the second half.
And that'll do it for us. The third quarter about to begin with Kevin Harlan standing by. We'll catch you on the flip side,
my brother.
And welcome back to the second half of our Halloween broadcast. Dirk Nowitzki having a dominant impact in this game.
And through the first 2 quarters, he was extremely aggressive, picked up a number of steals.
Yeah, a real game changer in that regard, too. I mean, his activity was great. Excelled at finding ways to come up with those steals.
Well, we're getting back to the action now. It's been a one-team show so far. We'll see if that changes here in the third. Clark, when you're evaluating young players, and you see a lot of them at the college ranks and certainly in the early years in the NBA, aside from their talents between the lines, which qualities tell you this kid has a chance to be special?
A couple of things. Humility, understanding their ability, but also recognizing they've still got work to do. That's one of the great qualities anybody can have. Work ethic, self-starting, and then you try to see if, in fact, they've worked through some challenges. How have they handled adversity? I mean, when you look at those things and couple them with talent, now you've got somebody that you feel like can be special.
Here's who Rick Carlisle is starting the second half with. On the wings, it's Doncic and Barnes. Inside pairing is Dirk and Jordan. And it's Smith in at the 1.
Loved how they guarded that layup. Didn't make it easy, which I think is why he missed it.
No good with the triple. Lakers trail by 15. Ball, the pass to Kuzma. Shoots a fader. Second shot opportunity. Good work defensively by Nowitzki.
And, you know, they don't have it right now. I mean, missing their first 3 shots so far this half, slow start.
LeBron kicks the ball. Back to LeBron. Rebound by Smith. Smith's got his 3rd rebound tonight.
And not a night he's going to want to remember, just not really able to score the basketball.
Buries it from 3-point range.
Well, you got to get out on Smith from deep, Kevin. He's very good at stroking it from downtown.
Now here's James. 15 points in the game. On target from 13 feet. LeBron's got 17.
Finally get one to drop after starting the half with 4 straight clanks.
Jordan with a screen on Ball. Nowitzki a screen. Doncic kicks to Barnes. 11 feet away. Rebounded by the Lakers.
And he's just a tough defender. Good positioning to get after that shot.
Did a good job guarding the mid-range. Extended out nicely and definitely bothered the shot.
Now let's go to the sideline and catch up with our Hall of Famer, David Aldridge.
Well, guys, Kyle Kuzma had a tough upbringing in Flint, Michigan. He said they had the recession, lead in the water. It was like an urban war zone. We probably moved 14 times before I was 16. Basketball was my key. And his drive to succeed in the NBA was born of a desire to escape that environment. Kevin?
A tremendous work ethic, David. Thank you. Smith, the pass to Doncic. Nowitzki kicks to Doncic. Dallas moving it around. He was all alone on that one.
Timeout.
15 points for Barnes.
They've given up a lot of 3-pointers here today.
And their defensive rotations have been non-existent.
Timeout called the Lakers.
And though some were skeptical of the contract Harrison Barnes signed, he's lived up to it. Not an elite player yet, but is emerging on a franchise caliber level and continues to improve and is strong and consistent really on both ends of the floor.
Kuzma sets a screen. Ball kicks to Kuzma. Second chance effort, so the whistle blows on the shot and 2 free throws for the contact right there.
Kyle Kuzma is a guy who burst on the scene during his rookie year and is a fun player to watch. He's a guy that really has an outstanding all-around game.
This is his first free throw of the game. Free throw good, Kuzma. And no doubt that the steal of the 2017 draft was Kyle Kuzma, taken 27th overall.
Hey, people get all hung up about where guys are drafted and how they end up playing either below or above their draft position. Hey, this thing is more art than science. We've seen it for decades. Guys fall, guys rise, and then production isn't commensurate with where they were drafted. Hey, more art than science. And Kuzma is a big-time baller. He just happened to be drafted later than he should have been.
Now, here is Smith. He's got 5. Here's Doncic. And the dunk by Jordan.
Hey, you know, Kevin, there's a reason why Jordan's a high-percentage shooter. Shooting percentage a function of the kind of shots you get. He opts mainly for dunks.
Here's Ball. 5 points in the game. Pass to Kuzma. Trying to break that ice-cold streak. It's hauled in by DeAndre Jordan. Jordan's got 8 rebounds in this game. Barnes outside. Jordan with a screen on James. In the corner, Smith with it. Jordan sets the pick for Smith. He goes up again, and Jordan with the layup. Jordan's got 4 points now in the quarter.
Jordan very efficient in the paint because of his length. Close to the bucket, he's hard to deal with.
Kuzma against Nowitzki. The shot's good from Kuzma. Kuzma's got 6.
I'm not sure who was supposed to be on him that possession. I mean, apparently neither did the defenders.
Jordan the screen. That's good from Doncic on the assist by Smith. Smith's got 6 assists in the game. The Lakers really having a tough go here. Caldwell Pope outside. Down low. LeBron, no luck.
And offensively, he has been a liability more than he's helped this quarter.
Kept alive.
And what a day on the glass for a guy who's given up a lot of size out on the floor.
2 points. That one goes.
Boy, you're asking for trouble anytime you let Kuzma get established inside. This guy knows how to score against tough defense.
Smith dishes to Nowitzki. Ball against Smith. Over in the corner, Barnes. Clock at 6. Back to Smith. Another 3 for Dallas.
And they're getting their points now almost exclusively from the triple. 4 of their last 5 makes are from beyond the arc.
And, Greg, it's hard for me to watch this. I mean, the defense practically giving them those shots.
Okay, you got a nice little back and forth going here.
Yeah, and I like it. I love seeing that. It's a lot of fun when that happens. These teams are going at each other from the outside.
Now, here is Smith. 8 points for him. Nowitzki outside. Jordan kicks to Doncic. Jordan the screen. The drive by Barnes. And that one clearly a foul. Gets the whistle, and 2 shots coming up. And for Harrison Barnes, the scoring forward out of UNC, said he wants to model his game, Clark, after Paul Pierce.
Hey, that's not a bad guy to look to model your game after, boy. Paul Pierce knew how to get it done, and he wasn't overly athletic, but he knew how to play angles. He could get to his spots, and he was such a great mid-range shooter who developed into a consistent three-point threat as well. So I like that comparison or that aspiration for Harrison Barnes.
That's good from Barnes. Big group substitution here for the Lakers. Wagner, he's checked in for JaVale McGee. Beasley comes in for Kyle Kuzma. Lance Stephenson's checked in for LeBron. And it's Josh Hart in for Kentavious Caldwell-Pope. Then for the Mavericks, Dwight Powell's checked in for Nowitzki. And it's Matthews in for Doncic. Barnes hits them both. Clark, you had a terrific amateur career. You made NBA all-rookie first team. Can't exactly call you a late bloomer at all. You were really thriving.
Yeah, I had a lot of great people around me, Kevin, from the time I started playing in middle school to high school, college, the pros. Actually was fortunate Herb Williams, a teammate of mine in college at Ohio State, was also with the Pacers when I got there. So that helped my transition immensely to have a friend, veteran guy in the league. He had been there a year before me. Break me in, and then I had an opportunity to play a lot and show what I could do, but I attribute it to good fortune, favor, and a lot of good people.
Let's quickly check out the scoring breakdown here for the Mavericks.
And they've made the long range look like a layup at times in this one, guys.
Something that's also benefited them tonight are the turnovers they forced and the points that have come along with those forced turnovers.
The first free throw is good. And Clark, the Dallas Mavericks, it used to be that you could count on them being in the playoffs almost every single season.
Yeah, that was the case right before these last 2 years. I mean, they made the postseason 15 out of 16 times prior to that. Proud ownership, consistent ownership, outstanding coaching, and it won't be long before they're really good again.
Barnes hits them both.
Impeccable from the line since halftime.
No misses yet. You can't do much better than that, guys.
Rondo kicks to Stevenson. Passes to Wagner. And stolen by Barnes. Out of bounds, the Lakers will take possession. And we'll examine here how the distribution has been between three-pointers and two-pointers tonight for the Mavericks.
And this is a high-powered offense today, clicking on all cylinders, making things happen, and also good use of the three ball, just enough to keep the defense off balance.
The Lakers shooting just 33% in the second half so far. They need to look at more high-quality shots. They get it back. Beasley trying to break free. Stevenson can't hit. Mavericks leading by 22. Matthews passes to Powell. Here's Barnes, and he takes it in for the layup off a very nice feed. Barnes has got 9 points in the quarter.
Man, it's nice watching Barnes. I like seeing him convert through contact. That, to me, demonstrates how strong he is on these finishes.
Stevenson, and that one drops. Now Barea looking for his first basket still in this one. Barnes against Stevenson. Launches a three. Matthews, no good.
Tough to hit that shot when the D is all over you like that.
Beasley with a screen on Matthews. Pass to Rondo. Over Barea. That's short off the rim. Dallas has gone 4 of 6 from three-point land since the start of the second half. Now the pass to Powell. Back to Matthews. 6 to shoot. Powell with the screen. Fires the three. Matthews no good. The Lakers with the ball. Got a piece of it. Powell with the steal. Barnes kicks to Measuring. Lays it in without an inch of room around him.
And you know, Barnes is a really good all-around talent, a skilled passer for a guy his size.
On the wing, Stevenson.
Don't let him shoot that.
Here's Wagner, defended by Measuring, and going out of bounds. Last touch by Barnes. Zubac is checked in for Wagner. And the Lakers have possession. And a wide open look for Rondo. Los Angeles with another miss.
That's what they want. A good look from the mid-range game. Hey, but unfortunately they came up empty.
And so he earns a trip to the line. Official saw the contact and he'll shoot two.
You know, when I think of J.J. Barea, one of the words that comes to mind is fearless. I mean, he never hesitates to go right at big guys in the paint. Not afraid to force a tough pass through traffic. He's a very aggressive offensive player, and when you're as small as he is, sometimes that's the way you thrive.
2 shots.
That free throw good from Barea. With Barea, he is usually the shortest player, Clark, on the court, so he has no choice but to be fearless.
Yeah, I agree. I mean, smaller guys typically play with an edge because it's been instilled in them from early on in their careers, because everybody tends to doubt guys that don't have great size. Barea knows how to play in space and understands the value of ball movement. And when other guys try to bully him, that little hombre is pretty strong, and he pushes right back.
Now here's Rondo. There's a good screen. Beasley dishes to Stevenson. Loses his man off the screen and lays it up and in. Stevenson's got 6.
That time Rondo set a solid screen.
Barea kicks to Barnes. Pass to Powell. Barea with it. Shot off the pick. A second chance effort. And no problem from Powell as he finishes at the rim. Powell's got his second bucket.
Boy, intensity always a good thing, and Powell brings it solid at getting after offensive rebounds for his team.
Stevenson passes to Rondo. Beasley sets a screen for Rondo. That one doesn't go, and it's Dallas the other way.
They've shown some strength in the paint today. Their work on the boards has been impressive.
Guys, that's putting it mildly. I mean, they've been absolutely dominant.
The Lakers with the ball after the Mavericks pick up 3. Beasley dishes to Stevenson. Barea against Rondo. Good work there as it goes. Rondo's got his 3rd basket of the night right there.
Yeah, and Rondo, he's fantastic at staying strong through the contact.
And it's Rajon Rondo with the foul. That is his first foul of the game. .114 left in the 3rd. Barnes kicks to Barea. Here's measuring. And so he earns a trip to the line. Officials saw the contact, and he'll shoot 2.
And, you know, we've seen what Rick Carlisle can do on the court. He's a former coach of the year in the league and led the Mavs to a championship back in 2011. But his off-the-court talents are also very impressive.
Take a break. Take a break. 2 shots.
The first one falls. And talking about Carlisle's outside interests, one I know of, he's an excellent pianist.
And you know what? He is. And he's played with a well-known musician or two in concert. Also an avid pilot. This guy is a Renaissance man.
That one is no good. The Lakers shooting a mediocre 41% in this one. Launches it. And again, Los Angeles with the triple.
That defense was totally lost. Don't know how you let a shooter get off such a clean look from beyond the arc. Come on, you got to pay attention.
Now here's Barnes. He's got 21. Barea, the pass to Matthews. Dallas moving it around. Powell, that's good.
And defensively, you have got to extend to their shooters. They have been on fire this half.
Well, you know, the D just hasn't been there for real. I mean, these shooters are getting any perimeter shot they want. It's a bunch of warm-up jump shots out there.
Barea with a wide-open look, and good. He got the English that time as it falls.
Barea's jump shot is usually right on point. When he gets room to shoot, he's able to pull that trigger fast.
Shot clock and game clock separated by less than 6 seconds. And it's Stevenson missing. Mavericks shooting 54% since they had a chance to talk things over at halftime. They're looking locked in out there now.
Yeah, getting theirs before the defense can set up.
Perfect execution. That's how you take advantage of a transition opportunity.
And here's Beasley. Shoots over Powell, and it's in. Oh, wow, he nails the buzzer beater.
Great awareness of the clock to end the quarter.
That's just really good clock management there. I mean, that's how you close a quarter.
Harrison Barnes getting it done for the Dallas Mavericks. It's been an excellent game for him offensively. He's got 21 points and counting. Don't go anywhere. We'll be right back. Rick Carlisle had some words for his team. Let's hear what he had to say.
Hold your ground. Hold your ground. Your job is just to stay in front of this guy. Don't blow by.
Well, preaching strong defense there, GA.
I mean, basic fundamentals. He doesn't want to see anyone on his team get burned on that end.
And thanks again for joining us. Let's see what happens here in the fourth. Kicks it to Stevenson. They set the pick. Terrific design on the pick play, and he lays it in. Stevenson's got the first field goal of the fourth quarter here for the Lakers. And for Dallas, they've got Devin Harris. Powell is out there with Harrison Barnes. Then there's Measury, and it's Brunson in at the point. Stolen by Stevenson. Down low, got a piece of it. Measury with the steal. Fast break, here they come. Powell, the pass to Measury, so he gets the whistle. Contact on the way up, and 2 shots coming up. We seem to see a lot of players request trades in the media, but Clark, you have to believe some teams were blindsided by this.
Oh, there's no question about it, Kevin, that teams have been blindsided on occasion. I don't like to see players operate that way, but I also understand sometimes the frustration that leads them to do so. But at the end of the day, I think it's part and parcel of the environment we're in and the nature of the business of the NBA. Sometimes players just aren't confident in what they hear directly, so they take other measures to voice their choice or displeasure.
LeBron, he's checked in for Beasley. And then for Dallas, Maxi Kleber comes in for Dwight Powell. And Dorian Finney-Smith subbed in for Harrison Barnes. He's perfect from the line this time.
And after the Lakers landed LeBron, the talk was about if they would add Kawhi Leonard as well. Ultimately, it didn't happen. Lakers want to keep their young guns in the end, and LeBron has said he felt that the team was ready without Kawhi and came to the Lakers because of that youthful core they had in place.
Here's Harris following the basket by LeBron James. Here's Brunson. Pass to Kleber. Here's Brunson. 6 on the shot clock. Lets the 3 fly. The Lakers with the rebound. Zubac has got 3 rebounds so far in the game. He kicks to James. We know Clark fans want to see star players. That's been a hot topic around the league. The league has added rules, in fact, that now prohibit resting guys on certain nights.
Yeah, I think that's important, that players have a real understanding of their responsibility. I understand trying to balance the rest versus the wear and tear of a course. So that's another reason I propose a shorter season. I don't think you'd end up with this kind of controversy or debate. But I thought the league was right in requiring, I mean, your responsibility is to play all the games you're available to play in unless you're injured. And I think it's important that guys take that responsibility seriously. And it's a responsibility they have to themselves, to the team, the organization, and the fans.
Now here's Stevenson. Poked away. Oh, trying for it. Out of bounds. Dallas takes possession.
And, you know, that pass wasn't deflected or anything, Kevin. Don't see that often. An unfortunate, unforced turnover.
Here's Measury. It's tipped and out of bounds as the Lakers gain possession. Fourth quarter of play, and we're about 2.5 minutes through it right now. Stevenson right side. We're hearing more players and coaches express their political beliefs, their social concerns, trying to, in a positive way, affect change.
And Kevin, I applaud it, respect it, admire it, and can't get enough of it. As long as players and coaches are well informed about that which they talk about, and most of the NBA guys are. And I think it's important that wherever we are in life that we use our platforms to express our views. That's part of what being a citizen of this country is about. So I don't think you necessarily compartmentalize your life. If there are issues that are dear to you, that you want to speak out on and educate yourself about, then you use your platform for that purpose while performing your job, which just happens to be playing NBA basketball or coaching NBA basketball.
LeBron, no good.
And physically, there's no doubt they've been the stronger team. A +10 rebound advantage tells you all you need to know.
And the basket good by Measury. Over 3.5 minutes through the final quarter now. Stevenson outside. LeBron left side. And 2 free throws coming up, unable to get that one to go with all the contact. LeBron signing a 4-year deal with the Lakers. Greg, many speculated it might happen, but it was still a shock to many.
It makes sense from LeBron's standpoint. Son plays in L.A. for high school. LeBron has a lot of business interests as well. And also what's interesting is that when LeBron's contract ends, his son could potentially be coming into the NBA as a rookie.
The first free throw is good. This NBA, Clark, amazing. The potential now for some players to play into their 40s. In fact, we're seeing a couple guys in their 40s playing right now and playing well.
Yeah, you know, I thought about it when we started to see this influx, Kevin, of high school players coming into the league at 19, 20, 21 with the advancement in nutrition knowledge and training methods and preservation of the body and taking care of it, that we might see more longer careers. But if you start at 21 and play 15 years, that's still only 36. So I think we're going to see some more guys in the 40s, but I still think it's going to be a small number by and large.
Take a break. Take a break. 2 shots.
That free throw good from Doncic.
You know, for the Mavericks, protecting the rim has been an issue. Bottom of the league in block shots 3 years in a row now.
So after making the first, he goes 1 for 2. And talking about the Mavericks defense, they also had trouble stopping dribble penetration.
Well, not really athletic as a group, which was part of the problem in that area of the game, but extremely smart as a group. They knew what offenses were trying to do to stop them. I think some of that is not just the IQ of the players, but the acumen of the coaching staff. Very sharp and shrewd in game plan design.
And the first one drops.
Well, in case anybody doubted it, the Lakers are still a premier destination for free agents. I mean, L.A. is L.A. Historically, the Lakers have done a good job making the most of the attraction of playing in L.A.
Both good from the line that time. And the Lakers will seemingly always be a player in free agency.
Well, I think a big part of it is the appeal of the city and the glamour that comes with being in L.A., and not to mention the historical greatness of the franchise. I mean, the Lakers are a unique organization, not just in the NBA, but I think in all of sports.
Shooting 2.
And that one falls for measuring. Lakers last season hoped to compete, but that wasn't the case, Clark, as we saw. They'll look to do better this season.
Well, you look at last season, end of the year, 11th in the West, learned about the direction they'll grow as a team, and played at a very high pace, and I can expect Showtime to be back in full swing this season and in the coming seasons.
Second free throw, no good. Clark, if you were a general manager, and I think you'd make an outstanding one, during the pre-draft process in particular, a player has declined to work out for you. Would you still consider selecting, drafting?
Yeah, I would consider it. And again, there would be some extenuating circumstances. Why has he declined? What have we seen? Obviously, I'm hopeful that my scouting staff has taken a look at him, and I've seen the kid up close and in person and done my due diligence, so I've got a comfort level with who he is and what he can become. But I don't think the declining of a workout is enough reason to just dismiss a prospect that you like.
Here's LeBron, laid in with a nice touch off the glass. James has got 9 points now in just the second half. The Mavericks have gone 3 of 6 from the field so far in the fourth quarter. There's a good screen. Finney-Smith kicks to Doncic. It's hauled in by Los Angeles.
Just not there from a rhythm standpoint right now. It's really eluding him.
Wagner, good. Dallas shooting it pretty well, close to 50%. Pass to Kleba. Over to the left wing. Harris outside. And Zubac picks up the foul. That's foul number 2 for him.
And now only 1 away from being in the penalty.
Yep, the next one puts them on the line, so they've got to be careful the rest of the way.
The Lakers on D, and the pass to Finney-Smith. Some nice passing here by Dallas. 5 to shoot. Here's Doncic. And he drops it in from the low post. Doncic has got 5 points now in the quarter.
And already in his career, Doncic displays a remarkable amount of pro moves, including that floater right there.
The Mavericks rebound.
Yeah, just nice hustle there. That work gets them the extra possession. And some guys just have a nose for scoring, and this one couldn't have been any easier.
Yeah, that was actually no defense at all there, Greg. I mean, layups don't come any easier than that. I mean, they're piling it on now.
Well, LeBron making one of the biggest splashes over the summer, signing with the Lakers, and Greg, it happened pretty fast.
And the Lakers front office have been recruiting LeBron hard. LeBron talked with Kobe about his time with the organization and what to expect before making his decision. Kobe's words seem to be a big factor for LeBron. Once again, the Mamba doing everything he can to help the Lakers.
You look at rebounding now, Clark. Teams relying less on one guy and more on collective team rebounding, especially, it seems, on the defensive end.
Yeah, and you think about it, Kevin, with the space and pace game, positionless basketball, if you will, or versatile basketball that takes place, more guys are spread out and away from the goal. Bigger guys are not always camped in the lane, so everybody got to rebound the ball, more so today than in past decades, because, again, the three-point shots are coming at a rapid rate. Longer rebounds are available now, so everybody's got to be attuned to rebounding the ball.
Here's Doncic after the basket by the Lakers. And there's the whistle on the shot. Took the foul, shot misses. He'll be shooting 2.
Well, we know Luke Walton comes from the Warriors coaching system, was an assistant there prior to taking this Lakers position, and known for his sharpness as an offensive coach.
Now, gentlemen, 2 shots. 2 shots.
First free throw is good. And with the Lakers wanting to play more up-tempo, it makes sense to have Walton guide the ship.
Yeah, I agree with you because he's knowledgeable, played on some really good teams, championship caliber teams. I think as he grows as a coach and as this team grows together, they could be quite a group.
Catching up on the changes for Dallas. Jordan, he's checked in for Mejri. Nowitzki comes in for Maxi Kleba. And it's Dennis Smith in for Devin Harris. And so he makes both from the line.
And they didn't shoot it very well from the line in the first half, but they've gotten much better since halftime, and it's helped them to secure the lead.
Now here's Caldwell Pope. Pass to James. With the fadeaway. Lands soft on the front of the rim and drops. LeBron's got 14 points here in the second half.
And James makes scoring look so effortless. Once he kicks it into gear, there's not much you can do to stop it.
Smith the pass to Doncic. Nowitzki with the screen on Caldwell Pope. Doncic kicks to Jordan. To the inside, and the dunk by Jordan.
Yeah, you got to respect the athletic reach of Jordan now. Throw it up, and he will bash in the alley-oop.
On the wing, James. McGee dishes to James. And James throws it down hard.
And there's no question that James is one of the best dunkers ever. A forceful finisher who loves showing off his athleticism.
Now, here is Smith. Nowitzki outside. And there's the call on James. That's his third foul so far. Bonus situation in effect, so we'll head to the free throw line for 2.
Oh, no, he's the last guy you want to put on the line. You can just about book the points every time he steps up there.
2 shots.
And that one falls for Nowitzki.
You think of all the iconic players and the shots or moves associated with them. Hard to top Dirk in his one-legged fadeaway. I mean, it's one of the most unorthodox and most effective shots. And the fact that he's a 7-footer and does it that way, unique.
Barnes, he's checked in for Dorian Finney-Smith. He hits both from the stripe. Dirk Nowitzki still producing with that shot he made so famous. Clark has helped him stay dangerous even at this age.
You know, Kevin, for younger viewers of the NBA, it's hard for us to describe to them how good Dirk was. I mean, this guy could get off any shot he wanted. He was unorthodox and a bit quirky, but so effective. He could put it on the floor. He could post. Had unbelievable range for a big guy. You know, when he hangs it up, there's no question he's first ballot Hall of Fame material.
The drive by Jordan. It's hauled in by Zubac. Zubac has got 4 rebounds in this game. LeBron has doubled. Inside, Nowitzki with the steal. Barnes against LeBron. And it's going to be 2 free throws. Drew contact on the shot. A lot of super teams trying to form right now, Clark, in the NBA. Golden State, one of them. Talk about some of the sacrifices stars have to make, for instance, in Houston, when they join forces.
Kevin, that's such a great point, and one that's often just overlooked or underemphasized, the sacrifices you have to make to be a championship team. And usually that starts at the top of your roster with your best players. And sometimes they have to bend and mold their games to the people around them. So that's the hard part of it. Just because you put together a lot of talent, as we've seen, doesn't mean you're going to win a championship. So the sacrifices, the commitment, those are big parts of contending for titles.
Los Angeles making a switch here. Hart's checked in. Measury, he's checked in for the Mavericks. Barea comes in for Dennis Smith. Barnes hits them both. And the Dallas Mavericks, despite having the 3rd worst record in the league, they had the league's highest attendance rate.
Really rabid fan base there, and they also donated quite a few tickets as well to schools, charities, you name it. So that helps when you talk about filling the arena. And quite honestly, it's a good move because kids are the fans of the future.
Now, here's Doncic. Kicks it to Barnes. Nowitzki outside. Nowitzki with the screen on Stevenson. Shot clock at 3. And we're going to have a jump ball. It's tied up there. Clark fast break fundamentals. Center the ball. Run 2 wings on each side. Have another guy set up from outside. Last guy trailing. We don't see that much convention.
No, we don't, Kevin. And I'm chuckling because I know it grinds the gears of a lot of basketball purists, mine included. I really don't like to see guys fan out to the 3 when the layup is readily available. It's part and parcel of how it's played now, but I think there's a balance. I think you should still be running for layups and use the 3 in transition, maybe in a delayed fashion versus the primary break fashion.
Yeah, you see a lot of turnovers, too, a lot of missed opportunities on the break these days.
Yeah, great point, Kevin. You're right. Guys trying to get that ball out to the 3 instead of taking the easy layup opportunity. Agree with you 100% there.
And the Lakers have possession. Following the score by Dallas. There's the pick. Here's Hart. To the inside. Knocked away. Wagner can't hit.
No one to blame on that one but himself. You get looks like that, you've got to take advantage.
Berea against Ball. Now here's Berea. Passes it to Measury. And here's Barnes for three. It's hauled in by Los Angeles. Wagner's got his third rebound tonight.
And so it's going to end up in the record books as a blowout, a dominating performance for Dallas.
This was a team performing to its fullest capability.
A hugely satisfying win. A game that not many will soon forget. And on the other side, one that I think most will try to forget.
And it'll mark their fourth win on the year. Actually, their fifth win on the year.
And once it becomes official, this win gives them a nice confidence boost against this team. They'll face them twice more this season.
The stats tell us, Greg, that the winner of the first game is a big favorite to come out on top in the overall series.
A very solid win indeed. And when you check out the box score, there were some great numbers for Harrison Barnes.
He was really important under the basket, making the plays down low and getting position to pull in rebounds.
Here's Ball. Harrison Barnes picking up that last basket. And it's Stevenson missing.
Not a bad look for him on that shot, but it just doesn't seem to be his night tonight.
Berea against Ball. Berea kicks to Doncic. Over Hart. Doncic, no good. So we see the Mavericks taking the win here. This crowd was stunned by the manner in which their team was dismantled.
You know what? Shocking. I don't care what the matchup is. You never expect a road team to come in and just cruise to the kind of win they did tonight.
It's time now to go courtside as we send you over to David Aldridge from the sideline. David, take it away.
Thank you, Kevin. DeAndre, what do you think this team's identity is this season?
You know, we just have so many guys that can score. It's going to be somebody's night every night, like I keep saying. But we're also, our half-court offense is getting a lot better.
The ball is moving around, DeAndre. Thanks for your time. Kevin?
David, thank you as always. And that's going to do it tonight, folks, for our broadcast. For David Aldridge, Greg Anthony, and Clark Kellogg, this is Kevin Harlan saying thanks for being with us. See you later.